Oh, hello there, boys and girls. Who am I? I'm Hayden. You might be asking what I'm reading. I'm reading Unbroken by Laura Hillenbrand. It is a wonderful book that has such amazing characters and such an amazing story. Do you know what it is? You don't? Whoa. Boys and girls, it looks like we're gonna have to go blast to the past so you can learn the amazing story of Unbroken.
Laura Hillenbrand was born on May 15, 1967, in Fairfax, Virginia. She grew up loving books and had dreams of becoming a writer from an early age. But her journey to success wasn't easy.
In her early 20s, Laura was diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome, a condition that left her mostly homebound. It made everyday life a challenge, but she didn't let it stop her from chasing her passion. Instead of traveling for research, she relied on phone interviews, books, and deep historical research from her home.
Her first big break came with Seabiscuit, an American legend, in 2001. The book became a massive bestseller and was even adapted into an Academy Award-nominated movie. It showed the world Hillenbrand's incredible storytelling ability and dedication to historical accuracy. After Seabiscuit, Hillenbrand spent 7 years researching and writing Unbroken, the story of Louis Zamperini, an Olympic runner turned W-West bombardier who survived a plane crash, 47 days at sea, and brutal Japanese POW camps. Just like with Seabiscuit, she put an incredible amount of effort into bringing history to life. Unbroken became a bestseller, spent years on the New York Times list, and was turned into a major Hollywood film directed by Angelina Jolie. Hillenbrand's work has inspired millions, proving that even in the face of adversity, resilience and passion can lead to greatness.
Since we just learned about the author, now we will talk about the characters and how they affect Louis. And starting with the main character, we got Louis Zamperini. And Louis is the guy at the center of it all. He was born in 1917 to an Italian family that moved to the US. He grows up in Torrance, California, this sunny little spot where he's running wild. As a kid, he's a handful. He's always taking stuff that's not his, so yeah, he's stealing. He's stealing food, and he's running away from cops, and he gets into fights. People probably thought he was headed nowhere fast, but there's something about him. This energy that keeps him going no matter what. His brother notices he's really fast, and by the time he's 19, he's racing at the 1936 Olympics in Berlin. And with him, right there was Hitler in the stands watching him. And that was just monumentous moment. You got all these world leaders just watching, and he was there. He made it.
He was pretty legit, guys.
He didn't win anything, and he just lands 8th in the 5,000 meter. But he does
He deserved better.
But he does tear through that last lap like he's got something to prove, and sticks with people. And then World War II comes around, and Louis, he wants to get involved. He wants to help America. He wants to do what he sees as doing the good thing, and it is the good thing. We have to stop Hitler from all the evil things, and now the Japanese are helping him too, so it's just even getting worse. So he decides to join the Army Air Corps, and with that, he starts dropping bombs from the planes to help the war effort. But then in 1943, his plane, the Green Hornet, crashes into the Pacific Ocean. And on the ocean, he's out there on a tiny raft for 47 days, which is over a month and a half. And it's
Guys, this
mainly
is
just
not
him.
Raft, the video game. This is not Raft, the video game. This is real life.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Like, shut up. The sun beating down, no food, and sharks are swimming around him, waiting for him to slip. The Japanese then pick him up after that, and now he's become a prisoner of war for more than 2 years. And during this time, he's just knocked around, barely fed, and he's treated like nothing. Just the absolute epitome of what you don't want happening to you, like the worst experience you could just imagine. But he's different from everybody else, just like how it was said earlier. He's a unique person. He has this energy that pushes him forward, and he just like can push himself more than everyone else. He can just strive further. Um, so he doesn't break during the time he's a prisoner. Um, and eventually, when the war ends, he gets home, but it's not smooth, and like his experiences have brought repercussions in this present day. Um, and some of those are drinking. He starts drinking, and he can't really sleep that well with all the harsh memories that he's had. And then in 1949, he's at this church thingy, and some guy named Billy Graham is talking, and it hits him. And he stops the drinking, lets go of the hate, and lets go of the hate even for the worst of the guards, like, and all they've done to him, which just is a monumentous step from just like losing this feeling of vengeance. Because he's witnessed it all. He's witnessed like the harshness and all the evil acts that were committed to his own friends. Um, and he does live all the way until 1997. And for a summary of who Louis is, I would say he's the kind of person who takes everything life throws at him, but he keeps just standing up and keeps going because he's just, no matter what, nothing's just like getting past him. Like he just is like
Wait,
standing out.
the bite of 1987?
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Five
come
Nights
on,
at
man,
Freddy's?
come on. All right, all right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So what I was trying to say here is Louis is the kind of guy, like, say you're at the beach, right? And he's just like standing there out like at the shoreline, and all the waves are crashing into him, but he just doesn't move. And he just like keeps walking forward into the ocean to go further.
All right, guys. Today I'm going to be talking about Pete Zamperini, and you know, so Pete,
Yeah.
his older brother, he's the
Uh-huh.
one that keeps things steady. He's calm and doesn't get rattled easily. He's into running too, and he's pretty good at it actually. While Louis out causing trouble, taking stuff and picking fights, Pete's just watching
Dude,
him
what is wrong
saying,
with you?
"This kid's got something." He doesn't scream or lose it. He's more about quiet pushes like, "Hey, you're fast. Let's use that." You know what I'm saying? And he gets Louis off the streets and onto the track, and he
What a
starts
good guy.
training him. And yeah, he is. He's great, bro. And he makes him work for it. He makes him earn it. He teaches him how hard work pays off. And without Pete, there's no way Louis ends up at the Olympics. And Pete's the one who turns him around and sees the past messes, and he's
He's
not in the
past the
story.
mess, I think. I feel like that's like what you meant to
Yeah,
convey
he's
with
past
your
the
with your
mess.
thoughts and words that you've been enriching with everyone here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to say. And you know, um, he's not in the story much once the war kicks in, but back in the early days, he's huge and he's massive, and he really
Um,
yeah, and he's kind of just important to the story and the formation of Louis as a character. So he's kind of like the guy who believes in you when you don't even believe in yourself. So he's kind of like almost in that way like a god type figure. You know what I'm saying?
what?
Where it's like
I
he's
don't know where
just
you got that from, but no, I was
no,
just gonna
he's
say
just like
no. I'm just
he's
saying that
he's
Pete.
the big
No, what do you mean he's a
brother.
god type figure?
He's like
He's
the big
not.
brother. He's
He's
like
not
the
the.
big brother. He's like the father.
He's like, okay, yeah, he's like the father. He's like
All right,
he's pushing him. He's
but
pushing it.
really, what even is a father? What is a father?
Oh man, dude's dragging memes out. Freaking get out of here, bro. No, but I just want to put like my own thoughts into this. Is Pete Zamperini? He's just like the guy who pushes you. He like even like sometimes like when someone pushes you harshly, it still helps you though. That's him. And he's just kind of like a nonchalant type of guy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. All right, so now we're gonna talk about
No,
Matt.
not yet, not yet. All right, now we got the new character of Russell Allen Phil Phillips, and just wanna just lay it down here. But Phil's the co-pilot of the Louis plane, Lewis's. I don't know.
Louis Vuitton.
Louis.
Louis Vuitton.
Yeah,
King
so
Von.
Phil's the co-pilot of the on Louise's Louise's plane. Louise's plane. The green.
Plane.
It's
Looney Tunes plane.
Phil's the co-pilot on Louise's. All right. Okay. Dude, come on. So Phil's the co-pilot on Louise's plane. How do you say it, dude? What the hell?
Luis's plane.
No, it's Louise.
Louise.
It's Louise's plane.
Louise's plane. Yeah, Louise. Call him Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, the Green
Vuitton's
Hornet.
plane.
And
We're not talking about Emmaus. We're not talking about Emmaus.
Oh, I forgot about the Emmaus Green Hornets.
Yeah, bro, they
Dude, the Emmaus. Dude, I don't even know if they're still a good football team. I haven't been even paying attention to them.
Nah, bro, they fell off.
They went I swear they went 20 years with being undefeated. They lost one game, I swear. I don't know who it was.
It's true.
I think they fell off now though.
Yeah, I hate when they played the Cardinals.
All right, so Phil's the co-pilot on Luis's plane, the Green Hornet, which goes down the Pacific in 1943. And he's from Indiana, just a regular guy from a small place. He doesn't say much, but you can count on him. He's a guy, he is like someone you'd want as a trustworthy friend that you can count on.
Like when you're not strong.
Okay. From Indiana, just a regular guy from a small place. He doesn't say much, but you can count on him. When that plane crashes, he's out there on the raft with Louis and one other guy, and he's the one who doesn't lose his head. Louis is figuring out how to keep them alive, catching fish and whatever else he's doing, and Phil's just there, holding it together, just kind of like closing his hands on the small stability that is already there, and kind of like preventing any small slips into more further instability and chaos. But he's hurt from the wreck, and his legs took a hit, and he's injured now. But he doesn't sit there and complain about it. He's just chill with it. He tries his best. He just keeps a level head with everything. So they're drifting for 47 days at this point. And it's just weeks of nothing but water and heat. And then the Japanese grab them. Phil makes it through the prison camps too, even after he and Louis get separated later on. And when it's all over, he heads home, marries his girlfriend, Ceci? Cecy? Cecy. He'd been thinking about her the whole time, and probably, that's what I think, and settles into a normal life. Phil's not the type to make a big deal out of himself, but he's rock solid, the kind of friend you'd want when everything's falling apart. So he's, in a way, he's like the rock you stand on. He's solid. He's a solid guy. He wouldn't betray you. He doesn't sell out, and he's always he's just firm. He's a firm guy. If you got one word to explain him. So that's Russell Allen, Phil Phillips.
All right, guys. Next, we're gonna talk about Francis Mack, McNamara. And Mac, he's like the other guy on the raft. He's the tail gunner for the plane. And about him, he's younger and he's not as tough as Louis or Phil, and it kind of shows. And just his actions. And they're out there after the crash trying to survive, and Mac, he just can't keep up.
Yeah. So what we're trying to say is Mac's weak. He's not good enough.
He's not
He needs
on
to
the
lock
same
in.
par. He's so.
Talk a little bit slower. Maybe everyone will understand.
Yeah.
So what he's trying to say
Louis
here
and
is
Phil-
Mac just can't keep up.
Yeah.
I'll give you an
He's
analogy.
He's like the person that dies first in a movie with the Jason guy.
I would say he's more like the guy who gets away initially, but then gets caught. He's high in the closet or something. Let's say we got Jason here, and then he's coming to the camp full of people, right? And then we got Mac sitting here at the camp. Then Jason starts chasing people. Mac runs away. He finds a house, stays in there, because he's too weak to even keep running. So he just.
So, anyways, keeping with what I was going on saying, Louis and Phil are stretching out a little bit of food and being careful, and Mac he panics And one night he almost like eats all their chocolate in the
Wow,
stash.
that's crazy.
Yeah, and it's a
Throw,
disaster.
throw him off
And
the boat
and
at
Lu-
this point.
and Louis mad as hell, and he knows Max. Mac, like, he screwed him big time. And he's sorry, you can tell, but it doesn't really fix what he did. And now they're in like the worst shape because of it, and he just starts fading out there and gets weaker every day. And after
He
33
starts
days,
starts fading out.
yeah, and he's gone. He just can't hold on anymore, and
Dude,
he just goes muttering
yeah, he's like
apologies, and then
low
it's rough
fading.
to think about. He's not a bad person. He's not like some jerk. He just couldn't handle how hard it got. And Mac is kind of the reminder of how fast things can go wrong if you don't like keep holding on and you just let go. And he just kind of loses himself. And I think this is kind of like a representation of like our society today, where many of us,
What?
we think we're like good enough, but
Dude, I'm good enough.
when the hardships come and the adversity arises, we kind of just fall, and we don't step up to the occasion. We rather step down and let somebody else,
Yeah, so
pick
what he's trying to
pick
say
up
here is
for
that
us.
Mac ate all the chocolates and
Yeah,
he screwed up everybody on the boat.
yeah.
Caused every single problem in the world. It's all because of
So
him.
chocolate, it holds a lot of nutritious value, especially when you're
All right,
stranded
next
on a boat.
character. So here we got Masuhiro, the bird, Watanabe. Um,
Birdman, aka the Birdman.
so we got the bird, Masuhiro Watanabe. And he's a prison guard and he's got it out for Louis. He hates him and just wants him to like do bad, so he has a justification to actually punish him.
He no, one of his main reasons why he hates him and he points him out so much is because he knows that he's an Olympic runner, and he's like a step above everybody else, so he tries to downplay him all that much more.
Is this true?
No, I'm being serious.
You actually being serious?
Yeah, I'm being
Dude,
serious.
I swear I did not see that part in the book.
No, I read it. I read it.
Dude, I read it twice. I read it twice.
I'm being serious. I
I
promise.
I also am being serious. I read the book like twice and then watched the movie like another 5 times. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. Nah, I watched it like one time. I only read the book like twice. So so the bird, he's got it out for Louis, and he's at the prison camps where Louis is at. So places like Afuna, Omori, and now Naoetsu. He starts as a corporal and he moves up a little bit. He ranks up a little bit because he's loyal with the Japanese cause. And can you get off Instagram Reels? I can hear you.
I'm sorry.
Okay, this guy's a problem, and he's always after Louis. He's hitting him with a belt buckle and the middle, making him hold up a heavy beam for hours until he's shaken. And if you've ever watched the movie, that was a famous scene, and it showed how strong Louis was. Um, but he's all over the place. One minute he's calm, the next he's losing it. They say he came from a well-off family in Japan, and he wanted to be some like big military like leader, but it never worked out. He's always just been like in the same position. Um, um, but he's stuck running these camps instead, um, which no one really likes that much. But he's in power, and he likes being the one in charge because his own life didn't go how he planned. He wasn't leading his own life. He wasn't in charge because people were always over him, and he just. But now he's like the one in charge of everyone else, so now he can just do the same thing and mess everyone else's life up, just how his was. And when the war is done, he takes off. He hides out in the mountains so he doesn't have to face the music. He doesn't have to face like the music as in like the environment of what he did.
All right, guys. These are some, less characters, I guess. Side
Less characters. I'd
characters,
say they're as
backup.
important as everyone else.
They're the parents, Mr.
Yeah,
and Mrs.
yeah.
Zamperini. Um, so Louis' parents, uh, Luis and Anthony, are the ones back home keeping him and their thoughts and prayers. And they're Italian, and they moved to California, and they're working very hard to take care of their 4 kids. And um, Luis is the type who worries all the time when Louis is missing during the war, and she's praying nonstop, telling everybody, he's coming back. I know it, and she has that belief. She has that faith. And Anthony's tougher, thicker skinned, and he's the dad who sets the rules and expectations, and wants you to follow them. And
Wait,
adhere
wait,
to
wait,
his
wait, wait,
word.
wait, wait. Check your reels.
Did this happen in the NFL?
Did, it
Oh, that's
wait, did that happen?
yeah.
Did that happen?
I think so. But he's got a soft spot for his family too, and they don't show up a lot in the thick of things. Really in the thick of it, they're not there, but they're always there. Yeah. So it's just like the little memories like this, like his mom's cooking or his dad's voice pushing him forward. When he makes it home in 45, they can't believe he's really
Your
there,
mic cut
and
off.
they can't believe that he's really there, and they're not like out fighting or anything, but they're the reason he keeps going, and
Kind of reminds
he's
me of his older brother.
home. He's always holding on to. It's his family. So it's very nice. It's very like heartwarming. Like he loves his parents because he thinks about them all the time, and he really wants to survive and get back home so that he can see them again. And it is kind of heartbreaking to know that in real life, some of these people, some of these kids, they never made it back home to their families, and it's something that we should always pray for. Um,
Thank
very
you.
sensitive, very sensitive topic.
So it's a great speech.
But they fought to keep our country great and to keep us safe as Americans, and people in the world too. So we must always pay our respects to the vets and all the people that fought.
How did this go from Louise's parents to the veterans?
Because it just
Makes sense. Wait, I sent you
just
another reel, by the way.
happens. Cool. Are we hopping on more rivals yet, or?
No, it's after this.
Okay.
It's only 1:02 a.m. right now. Calm down.
All right.
So for our last character, we're gonna close with is Cynthia Applewhite Zamperini. And Cynthia comes in later,
Apple
and
bottom jeans, boots with the
after the war is
fur.
over, she is Louise's wife. Louise's wife. They met in
Louise.
1946 down in Miami, and she's this girl. He falls for her quick, and they get married real fast. But it's not all easy. Louise is back, but he's struggling with drinking, and he has a lot of nightmares, just like we discussed before about his character. Um, he has nightmares about the bird and what he did to him, like all the absolute torture he suffered through. Um, Cynthia still sticks with him though, and tries to help him as much as she can. Eventually, she brings him to a church event in 1949, and there was a preacher, Billy Graham, and he's talking, and Louis just finally understands and understands that all of his problems, they don't have to be his problems, and he can just yeah, they don't have to be his problems, and he can just put the bottle down, and start to heal himself, get rid of those stupid nightmares that he's having, and now he can finally build a real life, a real family, and Cynthia is really the person who basically was um the bottle cap, or I would say the bottle cap, because the bottle cap is the last thing you put on a bottle, I would say, because you got to put you got the bottle, then you got to put the water, and then you got to put the cap, because the cap, um Cynthia helps Louis from getting through his drinking problems, and getting through his consistent nightmares that he's having. I just want to say that all these characters do affect everybody and each other. Louis was affected by like everyone who's around him, and then Louis also then affects people that he's around. So it's just all like a domino effect that just keeps going because of just like the influence people have over each other. Even if it's good, and even if it's bad, people still change just because of people are around. And Louis did change for the better with this. His older brother, his parents, they were all just like good factors in his life.
Oh! How's it going, everybody? I'm glad you're back. How was your trip? That's great to hear. What did you learn about Unbroken? Ah, that's great to hear. I am so glad that you're able to share the love of the book that I had when I was reading it. Truly an amazing story with amazing characters and an amazing author. So guys, make sure to continue what you learned in this book and let it shine somewhere within your life. And I hope you like this video. And make sure to hit the like and subscribe button because we might be up to do more of these videos. So, Jacob's on the other side of the mic. It's time for me to go play Marvel Rivals. Keep learning. Peace out. Oh, hello there, boys and girls. What a beautiful day it is outside now, isn't it? I'm Laura Hillenbrand and stop, bro.